Hello and welcome to Top 10 Temptations. Today, we're exploring the top 10 most wanted criminals. Let's jump right in.
Number 10. Dawood Ibrahim. Dawood Ibrahim, an Indian gangster and terrorist, is the mastermind behind the D Company, a criminal syndicate involved in drug trafficking, extortion, and other illicit activities across the globe. He is most infamous for orchestrating the 1993 Bombay bombings, a series of coordinated attacks that left 257 people dead and over 1,400 injured. Ibrahim is believed to be hiding in Pakistan, where he continues to evade capture despite multiple international efforts to bring him to justice. His ties with terrorist organizations like Al-Qaeda and Lashkar-e-Taiba have made him one of the world's most wanted criminals. Number 9. Matteo Messina Denaro. Matteo Messina Denaro, also known as Diabolic, is the head of the Sicilian Mafia, known as Cosa Nostra. He took control of the organization after the arrest of former boss Bernardo Provenzano. Denaro is wanted for numerous crimes, including the 1993 bombings in Rome, Milan, and Florence that killed 10 people. He is also implicated in the murders of anti-mafia prosecutors and other violent crimes throughout Italy. Despite extensive manhunts and being on the run for decades, Denaro remains elusive, continuing to wield significant influence within the mafia. Number 8. Ismael Zambada. Ismael El Mayo Zambada is a Mexican drug lord and one of the leaders of the Sinaloa cartel, one of the most powerful and violent drug trafficking organizations in the world. Zambada has been involved in the narcotics trade for over 40 years and has managed to stay out of prison while many of his associates, including the infamous Joaquin El Chapo Guzman, have been captured. El Mayo is responsible for smuggling vast quantities of cocaine, heroin, methamphetamine, and marijuana into the United States, and his cartel's operations have led to countless deaths on both sides of the border. Number 7. Semyon Mogilevic. Semyon Mogilevic, often referred to as the boss of bosses, is a Ukrainian-born Russian organized crime boss considered one of the most dangerous criminals in the world. He heads a vast criminal empire involved in drug trafficking, weapons smuggling, contract killings, and large-scale fraud. Mogilevic is wanted by the FBI for his role in a massive stock fraud scheme in the United States, which defrauded investors of millions of dollars. Despite numerous indictments and an international arrest warrant, Mogilevic remains at large, allegedly protected by powerful connections within the Russian government. Number 6. Felicien Kabuga. Felicien Kabuga is a Rwandan businessman accused of financing and orchestrating the 1994 Rwandan genocide, where approximately 800,000 Tutsi and moderate Hutu were killed. Kabuga is believed to have funded the Interahamwe militia, which carried out much of the mass killings. He also owned the radio-television Libra de Mil Collines, a radio station that incited violence and spread propaganda against the Tutsi population. Kabuga was arrested in 2020 after evading capture for more than 2 decades and is currently awaiting trial for crimes against humanity. Number 5. Alimzin Taktikanov. Alimzin Taktikanov, known as Taiwanchik, is a Russian crime lord involved in various illicit activities, including drug trafficking, arms smuggling, and money laundering. He gained international notoriety when he was accused of attempting to rig the figure skating competition at the 2002 Winter Olympics. Taktikanov is believed to be a key figure in the Russian mafia, with connections to organized crime groups across Europe, Asia, and the Americas. Despite being on the U.S. Treasury Department's list of sanctioned individuals, Taktikanov remains a fugitive. Number 4. Joseph Kony. Joseph Kony is the leader of the Lord's Resistance Army, a militant group that has been terrorizing Uganda and neighboring countries for decades. Kony is responsible for numerous atrocities, including mass killings, abductions, and the use of child soldiers. The LRA has been accused of brutal attacks on civilians, including mutilations and sexual slavery. Kony was indicted by the International Criminal Court for war crimes and crimes against humanity in 2005, but he remains at large, continuing to evade capture while the LRA's influence has waned in recent years. Number 3. Ayman al-Zawahiri. Ayman al-Zawahiri is the current leader of Al-Qaeda, the terrorist organization responsible for the September 11, 2001, attacks in the United States. Al-Zawahiri, an Egyptian physician, became the leader of al-Qaeda after the death of Osama bin Laden in 2011. He has been involved in numerous terrorist attacks worldwide, including the 1998 bombings of U.S. embassies in Kenya and Tanzania. Al-Zawahiri's continued leadership of al-Qaeda makes him one of the most wanted terrorists globally, with a $25 million reward for information leading to his capture. Number 2. Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi. Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi was the leader of ISIS, the jihadist militant group that gained global infamy for its brutal tactics, including beheadings, mass executions, and the enslavement of women. Under al-Baghdadi's leadership, ISIS captured large swaths of territory in Iraq and Syria, declaring a caliphate and attracting thousands of foreign fighters to its cause. Although al-Baghdadi was reportedly killed in a U.S. military operation in 2019, his influence and the remnants of ISIS continue to pose a significant threat. Number 1. El Mencho. Nemesio Oseguera Cervantes, known as El Mencho, is the leader of the Jalisco New Generation Cartel, one of Mexico's most powerful and violent drug trafficking organizations. El Mencho has risen to the top of the world's most wanted list due to his cartel's involvement in drug trafficking, extortion, kidnapping, and brutal murders. The CJNG is responsible for the distribution of vast amounts of methamphetamine, cocaine, and fentanyl across the United States and other countries. El Mencho's ruthlessness and ability to evade capture have made him a top target for law enforcement agencies worldwide, with a $10 million reward for information leading to his arrest.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a great time and we'll see you in the next video.